today I am going to be talking about a romance. Usually I'll probably be reviewing things like fantasy and maybe historical fiction. They're probably two of my biggest genre reads, especially fantasy. That's my number one. I will have a ton of fantasy reviews because that's my favorite. That's my go-to genre ever since I was a kid, very small child. I've loved fantasy and I still do, whether it's movies or books. It's my thing. But next would probably be historical fiction, probably. And then third would be more like this, contemporary stories and romance. So today I'm going to be discussing Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. I picked this one up primarily because the big advertisements were, if you liked Red, White, and Royal Blue, you should read this one. And I did enjoy that book. I thought it was super sweet, so cute. And so seeing this compared to it, I was like, okay, I will pick up that book. Also, I really like a lot of British-based books, and this takes place in the UK, and so I was intrigued. And yeah, so I picked it up, and I did enjoy this book. Is it perfect? No. What is? But I would say this is very similar. It gave me almost like Bridget Jones's Diary vibes. And I'll get more into that because I think it's mostly because of a specific character. But anyway. So essentially, Boyfriend Material is the story of Luke. And Luke is the child of two celebrities. I don't remember when they were celebrities. 70s? I don't remember how old he is. But anyway, two celebrities from back in the day. And so his whole life has been spent in the spotlight. And this has its problems because you lose privacy and whatever. So most recently, Luke has been in a bit of trouble with the media. Now, he has this whole reputation, and some of it is deserved. He's made some poor choices. This recent one I don't think was as deserved, but he does have kind of a spotty past. And while most of the time that would be fine, the problem is he's currently working for a nonprofit, and they're about ready to do their big fundraiser, invite a lot of rich and famous people and try to make money for them. Also, it has a really funny name because it's for dung beetles, and I can't remember what the full thing was. Anyway, read it because that's hilarious. It has a funny acronym, but I won't get into that. Just know, look for that. So essentially, he's really worried because here's this article that comes out about how he's a partier and this and that and the other thing, and he doesn't want to cause the organization to lose their interest from these bigwigs, the higher ups. So he knows, or he believes, that he has to sort of change his reputation. He has to build a more positive reputation. One, so that the nonprofit that he works for does not lose their support from the rich and powerful. But two, so that he doesn't lose his job. Because essentially, if this fundraiser fails, he is more than likely going to lose his job. It'll be a direct effect from his questionable decisions throughout his life. So Luke is contemplating what to do to improve his reputation, and he decides that the best thing that he can do to improve his reputation is to get a solid boyfriend. Because if he can prove that he is with this stand-up guy who everybody else respects, then he's not so bad. I don't know whether or not this would actually be the case, but, seems legit. So he comes up with this idea to find a boyfriend. And he kind of has the perfect candidate in mind. And that is the barrister Oliver. Oliver is very, I don't want to say uptight, but he is more presentable. He is upstanding, and he's a barrister. Come on. So he does approach Oliver with this, which is you just have to go out with me a few times, be seen with me, and then come to this major function with me, and I'll do anything that you want, I'll coincide. We'll just be like boyfriends. And I think Oliver needs him to go to an anniversary party. Something along those lines. I can't remember the exact details now. So they do strike up a bargain. They will pretend to be boyfriends. They will go to each other's occasions and be seen out in public in general. And so they embark on this relationship slash possible friendship. The two had known each other in the past, and Luke figured that he made a mess of things. I think he got very drunk, and he believes that he turned Oliver off from ever being attracted to him. And they don't entirely, like, it is one of those books where communication is key or would solve a lot of things. They do communicate and they do get closer as friends, but there's some like major conversations that they don't have right away. And I mean, I can kind of get that because they're kind of, they're definitely not like enemies, but there is a lot of like back and forth banter and almost snipping at one another. I think a lot of that comes from them believing that they're too different and from two different worlds, and not from an actual issue that either one actually has with the other. But it is cute to see their relationship develop and them going to more friendship issues and maybe start to get the feels for one another. It's just one of those cute stories that does that. I was kind of also sold in the fact that every time Oliver made an appearance or they even talked about him, all I could think is that this is Mark Darcy from Bridget Jones's Diary. He totally gave me Mark Darcy vibes, you know, the very proper, upright citizen, you know, that in reality probably had a lot of spark behind him, but everybody just sees him as kind of stiff and I don't know. That's how I saw it, and probably made the character more charming for me. I thought it was really cute just seeing their relationship develop. Like I said, I enjoyed that. So there was definitely a lot of humor and heart to this book. I found it to be really charming. I had never read any of Alexis Hall's work before, so this was new to me. I did enjoy it. I think that this is the perfect book to read at any time, but especially if you're looking for a little love. That's it for this video. Until next time, bye.